Hi there, this is Angela from Oregon Patchworks, and Mary Ann is going to share with us her In the Hoop project that is coat hangers. And boy, is it going to be a great gift idea for you. So I'm first going to show you a screenshot of the hangers themselves, and then we're going to watch her show step-by-step instructions of how to put the hangers together. So real quick, I wanted to show you Artistic Designs web page, and incidentally, in the background of her video there is a quilt hanging up, and I wanted to show you that she has this design here, this set I mean, on it, and I just thought it was so cute that I should show it to you real quick. But aren't those just silly and cute? I wonder if it reminds you of yourself or someone you know. Anyway, that's just kind of a side note, but the In the Hoop coat hangers that she's going to be presenting are right here. And so this is just a quick viewing of everything in the set. Isn't that just beautiful? I want to go and make some right away. It takes about 15 minutes or so to finish off one coat hanger, she said, so I haven't actually tried it yet myself, but I am very inspired to do so now. So here we go, let's hear what she has to say.
I will show you now how to create your covered coat hanger. From a plain wooden hanger to a beautiful hanger which will make a beautiful gift, hostess gift. And just think what your cupboard will look like with all your hangers covered like this. So we're going to go over to the stitching. First, you're going to use a firm satin fabric. It's a nice firm, and I like to use a Duchess satin if it's available in your country. You will hoop up your hoop with a stabilizer and the satin. If your hoop size allow it, you can stitch out both sides at a time, or you can use just one side at a time. To save time, I have already stitched out the design, and you will see that I've stitched it in red. This is just to make it easy for you to see how to add the piping. The piping, you can make your own piping, or you can use a purchased piping. First, I will fold the piping in half and make a few cuts where it will go on the round. Just like that, so that it will go around quite quick and easy. And with my glue pen that is water soluble and clear, it will clear completely. And I'm going to stand up for this part. You will take your glue pen and add a bit of glue, just a wee bit, and with your piping you're going to put it on the stitching line so that your stitching of the piping and your stitching line correspond. Because the satin is quite slippery, I'm just going to put a pin for a while so that it holds the piping while I go around with the piping. Again, I will put glue around and make sure that the two stitching lines match exactly. Press it a bit so that it holds down, and again add glue as you go. And I will lift it up to make sure that it matches. At this point, I will take a pin just to make sure that my stitching is correctly on top of each other. I will insert the pin on the stitching right through and look at the back to see if I'm happy. I'm not, so I'm going to bring it in a bit again test it, and I'm happy my stitching is going to match. And I will continue with my piping and my glue. And I'm still happy with my stitching on top of each other, making sure that your piping extends a bit at the center part. I'm gonna look, press it down so that it holds nicely, and I'm gonna test it again with my pin, the pin test, and I'm happy it's perfect. And I will do the same with the other side. And I've already cut gonna test again, and I'm happy. And at this point I will remove my pins, and because it will be dry and stick to each other. With the right side facing down, I will add a piece of fabric on top. Just add right out of the way a pin there just to hold your fabric, and it's nice and smooth. At this point I'm going to take it back to the machine, and I will stitch the last color, which will stitch all the parts together, and that will look like this. I finished stitching the design. It's the last color. I've stitched it in red again so that you can see what's happening. Now I'm going to remove it from my hoop, cut the seam allowance to about a ½ centimeter, and cut around the curve like that, and turn it over. Now it will look like this. Your two sides is perfectly done. And on my left hand side, to make it easier for myself, I will just tack the seam allowances in. Now to cover my hanger, that's what's going to look like this at the end. I'm going to take a piece of batting that matches the length of your hanger. I'm going to fold it in half again, and I'm going to make a little hole for the neck to go through like that. Oh wait, don't put it the wrong way now. From the back, and I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to put my hanger like this so that you can see that, and I'm going to fold it over and fold it over and pin. Just going to take that out of the way. And it's quite quick. This part I normally do in front of the telly while watching my favorite program, or while my design is stitching, I will cover the hanger. You can also use the pre-covered hangers that you buy, and if it's not firm enough, you can add one layer of batting over the covered hanger, the purchased covered hanger. That. Oops. And you're just going to take a needle and thread, and you're going to start at the edge and just go around and you're going to pull it in and stitch. Long stitches, it will be perfect. And you will stitch it down all the way down and finish off at the other side. So we will do that. I'm not going to finish this one. We're going to use the one that I've stitched already. As you can see, that it is stitched beautifully. Now it's ready to be covered. First, I'm going to use the side with the open seam. I'm going to insert my hanger and I'm going to pull it over. Quick and easy. I'm going to fold the piping part back, bring it over, fold it in, and with a needle and thread I'm going to stitch this part together. Hold it tight. Now sit down now. Hold it nicely. You don't have to be perfect on this at this part, as you're going to cover it with a ribbon. And I will, with long stitches, just catch it and go down to the bottom part. Hold it in, fold in your seam allowance, and stitch. Oops. Can you see? And catch the bottom piece that is still open and go all the way back up. This is just to hold my satin in place. I'm not going to cut my thread, I'm just going to hold it apart. And my left hand side, I'm going to insert this part and put it through. This part you can take just your scissor and help it a wee bit. Pull it a bit. Make sure my piping match at the bottom. Fold in the extra piece of piping to the inside, keeping my thread free. I'm happy with it now, and I'm going to take my needle and thread and I'm just going to catch the part at the top together and secure them. And I'll keep on stitching. At this point you can remove the red tacking thread. I'm happy with my hanger at this point, so I'm going to take a piece of ribbon, fold it in half and put it around the neck. Put it upside down, the right side facing, and I'm going to slip it over. I like to secure my ribbon at the back so that I know it won't come undone. With small stitches, I'm just going to catch the ribbon at the back, take it around. As you can see, I'm taking it around, crossing at the back, and I'm going to make a knot and make a beautiful little bow. Your hanger is done, and in less than 15 minutes